If you are tired, no matter how much sleep you get, if you are disconnected from people you love and you don't enjoy socializing, and if the things that previously light you up currently they completely don't matter, it's very likely that it's not that you are just tired, but you are burned out. And remember that burnout is not a personal failure. It's a symptom of dysregulated nervous system. It's the moment when your nervous system is not managing and is going into collapse. In today's video, I will explain what burnout really is. I will share my personal story of burnout. I will introduce the practice, and I will also mention why high performers are more prone to burnout. So let's begin. My personal story started when I was in a corporate environment, and on the outside, you would say that everything is fine. I knew on the inside that it's not everything fine. I started disconnecting from people. I didn't want to socialize. I felt tired. I was waking up with anxiety and with constant overthinking. I stopped really doing things that I enjoyed. I only wanted to stay home and ideally do nothing. I also got into my coping mechanism. I started overeating. And the moment that was deciding, or the moment that I knew that I had a breakdown, was the moment when I was sitting in front of my laptop and I meant to send an email, just an email. But this simple task for me was at this point so overwhelming that I couldn't do it. I started crying, so the tears were dropping my face. I couldn't move, and my mind was repeating, I can't, I can't, I can't, I can't. And that was the only thing that was happening. And now I know that it was burnout. It was the moment that my nervous system didn't accept anymore this chronic stress, and I got into a state of collapse. So burnout, just for you to understand, as I mentioned before, it's the symptom of dysregulated nervous system. So usually you can imagine there are three common recognized stages. So it starts with push. You are pushing, you have a lot of tasks to do, you are activated, you are doing them well, and everything seems fine. And for high performance, it's a natural state. You are constantly achieving, pushing, finding new things to get. But then there is a next state, and it is a crash. And this is when you begin to be tired. You begin to be anxious, more anxious, and you are waking up or with anxious thoughts, or you are starting overthinking, but you are still pushing. You keep going because this is how you learned how the life should be, pushing and achieving. And when this period lasts for a longer time, you get to the third stage. And the third stage is the crash. It's a breakdown. And this is when you are exhausted. You don't feel anything. You disconnect from people. You just don't want to do anything. And everything, the simplest, smallest tasks, feel like complete overwhelm. And at this moment is when you usually wake up and you realize, wow, I have to do something. But the good news is that if you are able to recognize these stages, you are able to catch yourself much earlier to not get to the point of complete nervous system collapse. I will show you in a second the practice, one of the practices that I will be sharing more in this channel, and will be explaining how these practices will be regulating your nervous system and how will these practices allow you to feel safe in the moment. and go back to the state of regulation. But before that, I want to tell you why high performers are more prone to burnout. And I know it from my personal perspective because I call myself high performer. I always associated my worth with achievement. If I was achieving, if I was getting things that I planned to have, achieved goals, I felt good. And it didn't start when I was an adult. It started when I was a kid, and in my when I was growing up. Always achievement was really appreciated, really praised, and I felt loved this way. So that was my way when I recognized, wow, okay, I have attention when I'm achieving. So very often you learn this, that when you are achieving, you are getting more attention, you are getting more success, you feel better. So you associate achievement with your self-worth. And again, everything comes back to the awareness and noticing these patterns in you. I bet that you feel uncomfortable resting. How does it feel when you do nothing? Uncomfortable, huh? Because you think, oh, I'm unproductive. I have to do something. And I know that from my personal experience because when a few years ago, when I was doing nothing, my mind was constantly asking me, hey, do something. You can't be lazy. You can't do just nothing. And it took me many years to overcome these patterns and feel that, okay, I'm resting and giving my body, my nervous system, relax. So it's like a dance that you are dancing with different nervous system states that I will be telling you in another video. That you are, when you are getting activated, it's great, you are achieving, you are doing things that you have to do, but then you are going back to state of relaxation. So now let's do the practice that I have today for you. Super simple practice. You'll be surprised at how effective it is, and you can do it anytime, anywhere to go back to the state of regulation. So practice looks like that. We'll be taking 5 breaths in through the nose and sighing out. So I will guide you through that. I would like to invite you to close your eyes. Always closing the eyes is the simple way to get back to connect with yourself, to remove any attention to the external circumstances, to anything that is outside of you, and draw your attention back to yourself. And let's take a long, deep breath in. Inhaling into the belly, into the chest, opening the mouth and sigh it out. And softly. Inhaling, expanding, and letting go. Softening in the body. Inhaling and letting go. 2 more like that. Inhale and letting go. And keep your eyes closed and put one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Keep inhaling and exhaling and say, I am safe. Inhaling, I am safe. And one more time. Inhaling, I am safe. And you can open your eyes. And I want you to notice, how are you feeling? If there any sense of peace, relaxation came to your body, and I bet it did. You can do it just for 5 breaths, just for a minute, extend it to 5 minutes, or however you want to do it, whenever you want to do it, and it allows you to, just for a moment, relax your body. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and in the next video I will be explaining how to recognize which state of nervous system you are in. If you are in flight, in fight, in freeze, or in the system of regulation. So I hope that you stay with me